State. Good people. $532 for Ledford in the Roadster. $594 for Larry Hawk. Well, we're live streaming now. Drag Racer TV, bringing it to you across the world. I understand that 2 of the SpaceX, there was 2, I think, of those astronauts are huge race fans and they're dialed in, but I'm not sure if they're both logged in right now, but apparently. It's Bob and Doug. Yep. Bob and Doug. Bob and Doug rocking the space station. Watching a little drag racing at 42. 3X6K. $512 and 134 on the solo shot. Again, we have called red and white dragsters. Red and white dragsters. You have been called red and white run stickers. If you need ice today, in addition to all that hot food lineup that we talked about, you can get ice today at the slop truck. So again, ice and food are available at the slop truck. If your name has been called, for a Brodix goodie bag, you can get that at the Ace Ohio trailer. There is quite a list of you. $23 as of this morning. That silence was myself counting, and I had to take shoes off and all kinds of things. Tim Kelly, 472, as Matty Gill goes 626 with a 9. Thank you again to Ken Bear and the Bear Motorsports team for their sponsorship all weekend long to provide free crew member entry, free crew member admission all weekend long. Thank you to Bear Motorsports, Ken Bear and team. So Tim Molnar brings it up in the left lane. Your primary main event sponsor for today. Thank you to Tim Molnar and the entire team over at GEM. Molnar on that lap is 5:01 at 1:37. So again, thank you to GEM Heavy Construction Attachments for their support of today's Friday $20,000 to win event. Stephen Miglitz, 21 green and a 569. Charles Melnick, 004 reaction time and a 714. If you've lost a tire gauge, again, if you've lost a tire gauge, we do have it for you. If you've lost a tire gauge. If you're feeling a little flat and you don't know where you're at, go find your tire gauge at the Ace Ohio trailer. I'm telling you, I'm going to work on my Dr. Seuss thing, and then when I come back in August, maybe I'll have my own, like, child's book. Because I know working every day, I'm not going to get rich. I've come to that conclusion. I have a very good mentor that I work for. He's 75 and just a brilliant man, and he said, Matt Zapp, there's two kinds of people in the world. Those that know how to make a living and those that know how to make money. And that, my friends, is a truism. Justin Kessler, Jamie McBride Jr. Again, if you've lost your tire gauge, if you've misplaced your tire gauge. Whoa, big, hard launch right for Jamie McBride. Something went happening there. Something went happening. I just said something went happening. Something did happen. Something happened. Wow, goodness. Anyways, poor Jamie McBride. Hopped right and then laid back down. Anyways, we'll get that fixed up. If you are hungry and thirsty, one or the other or both, the Slop Truck has all kinds of hot eats and cool treats ready to treat you today. So stop on by, get yourself a breakfast sandwich, a cup of joe, bag of ice. They've got it all. If you need race fuel and or methanol, Dragway 42 merchandise, or a sweet Corona mask, we have them available for you at the She Shed. Brodix goodie bags. There's 23 people on the list. Stop on by. Getting them in is you got Cody Bayes and John Fields patiently waiting at the tree. Bayes in the dragster, Fields in the door car. Hunter Gillum and Eric Thomas. Eric had his right turn signal on last night late in rounds. When I grow up, I want to beat Eric Thomas. Hey, anybody, if you need it, I was waiting for Eric to get done, which gave me plenty of time to hesitate and think about this. So it's 774.8. Eric Thomas is going to make a target run and done. So if you need anything, just put a sticker on his car. He's going to whip over to Target, grab some stuff between rounds. He'll just have it for you in the staging lanes. That dude is amazing. Yeah, well, he'll probably do ice cream after he wins, but you can't. He's got a thing, right? So he could go to either Target or Sheetz between rounds, but he holds driving his race car to the ice cream stand until after he's got a big check. It's a thing. It's like I used to have stereo, I would do certain things when I race at Norwalk or whatever. That's his thing for 42. So Eric Thomas can't go get you ice cream until after he gets a payday. Chase McKay, Danny Collins, side by side, 21 and a 656 for McKay, 48 red and a 585 for Collins. In all sincerity, Eric Thomas is defying all odds and doing it with class and style. Ron Stayer, Kyle Bigley. Ron Stayer, 13 at the tree, produces a 517 again. That car has been on the number. Kyle Bigley, 14 and a 581. If you have misplaced your tire gauge, if you did misplace your tire gauge, we have it for you at the Ace Ohio trailer. Ricky Molnar, 508, making a lap here on your GEM Heavy Construction Attachments 20K payday at the Summit Racing Summer Slam. Ricky Ship, 571. Chuck Sanders doing double entry duty, swinging on back. Taking on my favorite car on the property of the weekend, Mr. Dave Conley's gorgeous Chevy 2 wagon. Dave's 006, 590. Thing is bad. Dragster lays down a 470, that's 399Z. Chris Reynolds. Door car on a 621 effort. And we've called red and white dragsters. Red and white dragsters. Red and white dragsters, you have been called. Red and white. Ryan Henry's 3 foul too soon in a 568. Dave Angley. Angeli is 32 and a 512. Joe Preskowski. Bill Prest Sr. Preskowski's 522 at the top side. Prest is 624, and starting line prowess there was less than stellar. Adam Troth, Lee Newmeyer. Red and white dragsters, you should be in the lanes and ready to roll. Thanks again to Bear Motorsports for their sponsorship of the free crew admission option all event long. So every dollar and cent you save for your crew members, that was brought to you by none other than Bear Motorsports, Ken Barentine. So 478 for Adam, 579 effort for Lee on that run, and now we're moving to Philip Briggs and Josh Kessler. So Briggs laid down a 537 as Kessler landed on a 505. Now you've got Tim Schmidt in the Roadster left lane. taking on G301. David Lamb left. His partner in crime, I think, probably had some crossover in there. So 636 for Lamb, 567 for K309. Don't forget that today is Friday. Feels like it's just been one long Friday already. But tonight at dinner time, 6 p.m., courtesy of Rob's Automotive Collision and Towing. Rob Leipziger and his team are providing the free Family Racing Appreciation Dinner. The Family Appreciation Dinner will be 6 o'clock p.m. Working on that at the top of the hill. You'll smell it, you'll see it, you'll feel it, you'll enjoy it under the white tent. Right? Getting a head nod. White tent, I saw a bunch of crocky pots and things over there. Courtney Grisey and Amanda Manuel. 455 for Grisey, 625 for Amanda in the truck. .11 and a 455 left lane as Zach Evans finds a 13 green light bulb and a 486 at the big side. Remember, round one today will be brought to you by ATM Innovation. Thank you to ATM for their support of the Summit Racing Equipment Summer Slam here at Dragway 42. Noah Rambo and Gene Lampshire, your next pair of cars at the tree. We have called all white and all red. Decaled dragsters, all white and red. You have been called all white and red. You have been called white and red. You have been called. Noah Rambo on a 455 lap. Gene Lampshire finds a 504 as we're continuing on with time trials here today. Remember, one hit, and then we roll into round number one of the 20 grand to win main event, brought to you by Gem Heavy Construction Attachments today. Thanks to Tim Molnar and family. As we are partially through dragsters, we have door cars done. We're halfway home on our one-time trial, and remember, that's your only time trial for the weekend. And we'll run for 20 today, Saturday, and Sunday.
Pulling up now, Keith Gerlach, Krista Schneider, left and right. As we are in dragsters, time run, one and only time run. Gerlach gets that red line out of his system, 467 at 148. Krista, 475 at about 44. Bobby Joe Bass slowly backing up over here on the left side of the track. Getting set to line up behind the pre-stage beam over here left side alongside Tyler Schneider. Tyler over on the right. Tyler getting everything heated up. Attention in the pit area. We need all dragsters to the lanes. That includes blue category dragsters. Red, whites, and blues to the lanes, please. Dragsters, all called to the lane. So Tyler gets off of the pedal early, coasts across to a 539 at 95 miles an hour. Not sure what happened there. Bobby Joe Bass, 483 at 142. Next up out of the water box, that's Connor Grisey and Steve Holowecki. Holowecki with some brand new tires on the back. Knocked the stickers off of them there on the burnout. Again, all dragsters to the lanes, reds, whites, and blues. All y'all to the lanes. Neither driver wanting to pull forward. This is a time run, folks. Just a reminder. .438 for Connor Grisey. 438 at 159 for Steve Holowecki. How about a 474 at 147? Now Eric Bowman makes his way back left side of the track alongside Rudy Carpenter. The black scoop on the left, the white scoop on the right. Again, all dragsters to the lanes for your time shot. Finds the tree to his liking. 003 up front. 502 at 136 for Rudy Carpenter. Eric Bowman at 498, speed of 137. It's Kirby McLennan, left side of the track, alongside a new driver to us, car 3930. Not in the computer just yet. 009, 007. How about a 433 for Kirby McLennan? 162 for the speed. Right side, 479 at 142. Here's Hunter Patton over here hustling back from his burnout. Summit side of the track, Honey Wayne having a great 2020 for sure. Dave Edwards alongside. Looking up at the Schaefer Lubricants sign down there on the right side. Hunter Patton, 458. I think Prince tickets. 150 for the speed. Dave Edwards, 490 at 140. Little altered over here on the right side. Looks like Ty Davis. It is Ty Davis and Chris Bear. Bear backing up left side of the track in the Bear Motorsports dragster. Ty Davis, former U.S. Nationals champion in that little car right there. Hey, just a friendly reminder to you dragster drivers or open cockpit racers. Yeah, you got to have a neck collar on for some sort of neck restraint and arm restraints. Neck collars and arm restraints, yes, they are required. Yes, you do need to have them before you cross the ready line to pull out onto the racing surface. And yes, if you don't, you might get to go back to the trailer and figure it out. Trip 02 on the red side, 473 at 144. Ty Davis, 471, 146 miles an hour for the little Bantam Altered. Megan Bonnet, or that might be Megan. I think I've been corrected on that. It is Megan. Megan Bonet. Like Lisa Bonet, but it's spelled Bonnet. Megan Bonet. She snuck across the border. No place like home. Jerry Hollingsworth. I think I'll just leave that one there. Well, I don't think Megan will like that. Launched, rattled, shook, stopped. Jerry Hollingsworth, 519 at 130. So Megan, I don't think that's how that's supposed to work. Megan's going to take corrective action with a ball peen hammer and some frustration. She'll fix that. Hey, but her reaction time was a 005. That's the shining light from that deal. Back to action with Bob Engelman. 447 at 154 for Engelman. Rick Schneider, 468, 146 for the speed. Mikey Bloomfield and Maria Cross coming up now. Mikey Bloomfield has picked up a big check or two in his day. Maria Cross would like to do the same tonight. Mikey Bloomfield tripped 0 red, 475 at 144. Maria Cross 519 at 132. Again, these are time runs, the one and only time hit for all these competitors before we go into round one of eliminations. For today's 20 grander, brought to you by Gem Heavy Construction Attachments. Ryan Pickens with some trouble there. He is coasting on down through there, or a slow idle. Scott Sill, 469 at 145. Backing up from the burnout right now. No information on file just yet. That's on the left side. On the right side, Jacob Euler. .469 and 146 left side. Right side, Jacob Euler. 486 at 141. Corey Galletti, Jason Hill. Hey, that Galletti kid, he's pretty good too. Jason Hill alongside. On the starting line, sound like they both came up and then dropped down and up again. 482 at 142 for Corey Galletti. 512 at 132 miles an hour for Jason Hill. Not sure that was the run that Hill was looking for. How about the 64 vet on the starting line right now? No information. We'll find out soon enough. Scott Jessup, though, over on the right. Jessup's dragster. Again, all dragsters, you should be in the lanes. Red, white, and blue entry dragsters should be in the lanes. .484 at 141 for the dragster of Scott Jessup. The vet, 606 at 113. Another race car, no information in the computer. The Chevy Lumina over on the left. Cody Bass alongside the dragster on the right. All these cars we saw yesterday, but there are some new ones. And we're getting them put in and getting them ready to go. Round one coming up later on today. So for the Lumina, 563 at 122 for the door slammer. The dragster of Bayes, 477, speed of 145. Two more backing up from the burnout right now. That is Josh Wilson and Scott Arnold. Wilson left, Arnold right. Wilson with a 483 at 143. Arnold, 511 at 133. Rachel Conrath and Rich Corey coming up next. RC versus RC, left and right. For Rachel Conrad, 490 at 141. Rich Corey prints a time ticket that says 507 at 134. Dragster coming up left side. Not sure who it is, but we know that's Ralph McClung over on the right. I understand it's Carson Neely on the left side. Little stutter start there for Carson Neely. 5:59 at 123. Ralph McClung, 5:10. Speed 135. Josh Gannant. That is the Nova with the vinyl top. Vinyl hard top Nova for Josh Gannant. Zach Manuel pairs up alongside. Dragster at the finish line. 4:52 at 1:53 for Zach Manuel. Josh Gannant, 6:49, speed of 91 miles an hour. Ray Connolly, 460 at 152. Carl Kyle, 486 at 140. Now it's time for Kristen Schmidt and Dion Vickers. Kristen, 499 at 136. 499 at 136 for Kristen Schmidt. Dion Vickers, 464, 148 miles an hour. Mark Morgan and Brennan Vickers pull up now. Morgan left, Brennan Vickers right. Brandon Vickers, 004 red, 490 at 139 at the finish line. Mark Morgan, 493, speed of 139. over here on the left. Tim Castetter and Jeff Smith coming up now, taking their time shot. Castetter backing up right now from the burnout, left side of the track. Jeff Smith waits patiently behind the pre-stage beam on the right. Smith working that red light out. 481 at 143 for Jeff Smith. Tim Castetter with a 465 at 149. Two more dragsters getting set to go. Left side, that's Brandon Taylor. Right side, Paige Coughlin. Paige Keller carrying the colors for Jags. Page gets it done with a 460 at 149. Brandon Taylor, 666 at 111. Not the run that dragster driver was looking for. Here's Billy Leisure, left side alongside car number 3346 over here on the right. Again, we're still entering tech cards. We'll have everybody in there by the time we get to round one of eliminations. So everything's sorted now. Right side, car 3346 with a 489 at 141. Billy Leisure trips the timers with a 497, 138 miles an hour. Cameron Manuel and Jason Briggs, they're getting ready for their time run here. Cameron, Summit side of the track. Briggs, Schaefer Lubricant side. Cameron Manuel with a 4:59 at 1:53. Jason Briggs 4:90 at 1:40. Both up a little bit early on the starting line. Left side of the track this time around, it's car 1X03. Right side, Nathan Etzler. .462 at 1:49 this time around, left side. Right side for Nathan Etzler, 4:76, speed of 1:45. Fred Krikora and Dennis Rock. Krikora goes red, 009 on the red side. 4:65 at 1:47. Dennis Rock 4:90 at 1:40. Lisa Bowes and Sean Parker slide up now. Bowes left, Parker right. To the other end they go. Sean Parker 4:43 at 1:56. Lisa Bowes 4:85, 1:41. Next pair, Justin Kessler and Nick McGovern. McGovern gets there first, 4:61 at 1:50. Sound like he stepped off the throttle down there. 4:85 at 1:38 for Justin Kessler. It's Keith Cleveland backing up now. Little 23T altered over here. Alongside car number 355. Keith Cleveland 573 at 118. Right side 483 at 142. Coming up now, this is the man over here left side, Chet Dragon. Took her all the way to the winner's circle last year on a Saturday night. Biggest winner's circle celebration you've seen in a long time. Darren Douglas alongside. So our crew checking the car over here on the right. Darren Douglas might have had a little bit of a fuel leak there. They're going to refire the car, pull it forward. In the meantime, Chet Dragon just sits there and waits patiently. So Chet Dragon, 005 on this end, 649 on that end at 104. Darren Douglas, 456 at 150 on the dragster. Lindsey backing up right now, alongside Bud Brank. Brank left side. Comes out of the water box, pulls right up to the starting line. Lindsey burns out across the line in her wing dragster. Looks like a little something out there in front of the car getting picked up right now. So Lindsey back with a 487 at 141. Bud Brank, 469 at 147. AJ Ash looking for a better result on the racetrack as he has had a tough weekend already. Pictures of terrible accident. Toter home fire on the way up here. AJ makes it all the way up. Hopefully he can kind of put that out of his mind for a little bit. Just enjoy the drag race. And AJ alongside Logan Back's dragster. To the other end, Logan Back, 440 at 159. 579 for AJ at 118. Steve Taylor. Coming hard out of the water box there alongside Chris Wallen. Wallen easing it back into those hot, sticky tracks over here on the right. Steve Taylor, nice looking pass there. 11 on the front end. 454 at 153 for Steve Taylor. Chris Wallen, 469 at 148. Once again, a reminder to all of our drivers here in the open cockpit cars. Got to have a neck collar or neck restraint, and you got to have arm restraint. They got to be hooked up and fastened and ready to go before you roll across the ready line. No information on the car on the left. Right side, Joey Biganowski. To the other end, 453 left side at 153. For Joey B, how about a 475 at a $145? Troy Stone, hard out of the water box there in his vintage trailer's rear engine dragster. Stone will make his way back. Big thank you to Vintage Trailers, sponsor of Saturday action here, as they are the big money sponsor for Vintage Trailer Saturday and for the $7,500 Gamblers Race Saturday night. Kevin Boring over on the left lines up alongside Troy's green dragster. Troy Stone, 448, 154. Kevin Boring, 515 at 131. Well, we saw Lisa earlier. Now here is John Bowes alongside, it says Dave Connolly on the computer. Little Monza over here on the right. Not sure if that's Dave or not, but that's what the computer says. John Bowes. Finish line says 485 at 141 for Bowes. Little Monza on the right, 644 at 106. This time around, it's Justin Grievers pulling backwards here. Find his place on the starting line. Grievers alongside Bob McDonough. McDonough right side. .510 for Justin Grievers at 135. Bob McDonough, 497 at 138. The dragster, that is Jason Castetter. He'll pull up left side alongside that good-looking Camaro. Door slammer over on the right, 2X08, the car number. Camaro turns in red, then goes 553 at 123. Jason Castetter, 486, 141 miles an hour. Two more coming at you again. We are entering tech cards as we race here, so no information left side for 785J on the left. Right side, Dave Warner. Warner's dragster. Raced with us last night. .006 right side for Dave Warner. Finish line 446 at 154. 466 at 148 over on the left. Jacob Smith and Gilbert Artis. They'll be your next pairing. Jacob's dragster backing up right now. Artis, the Mustang right side. Smith better on the starting line, 004, 480 at the finish at 143 for Jacob Smith. Gilbert Artis, 580 at $117. Another dragster door slammer pairing side by side. This is Chris Bear over here on the left. Hal Blevins on the right. Blevins, the little super sport over on the right-hand side. Down in the weeds there for that door slammer. For Chris Bear, finish line says 462 at 150. Hal Blevins with a 6:47 at 106. This is Todd Zeller. Zeller's little S10 alongside Ricky Molner's dragster. I believe that's Tim alongside the car. Ricky gets set to head down the right side. Zeller better at the starting line, but Molnar quicker to the finish, 5:10 at 135 for Ricky Molnar. Todd Zeller, 6:11 at 112. Here's Megan Bonet. Hopefully got her troubles sorted out. J.R. Lockhart alongside on the right. Megan's car would launch and then immediately stop. Did it a couple of times. Hopefully they got that sorted out. That's more better. 449 at 155 for Megan. J.R. Lockhart, 495 at 138. Car did exactly what it was supposed to do that time around for Megan. Jeff Hura and Hunter Gillum get to take their shot now as a little bit of cloud cover starts to roll in. It's a 493 at 138 miles an hour for Hunter Gillum. Jeff Hura, he'll turn a 499 at 138 as well. Nick Craig, left. Alan Evans, right. .004, 005, good looking lights. Alan Evans, 463 at 148, getting there first. Nick Craig, 488 at a $141. Mark Siegel, David Davis. Mark and Wes Siegel, our final pair of the night last night before we suspended ourselves after round 4 of the Gamblers race. That will resume later on today. 002, 003, they're on their game. How about Mark Siegel with a 473 at 146? David Davis, 483 at 142. Gene Lampshire, he moves back now. Lampshire alongside Alan Moore. Hey, happy belated birthday to Laura Moore, wife to Mike and son Alan Moore, who is racing right now here on the right-hand side. Happy birthday to Laura Moore this weekend. Lampshire 001 from Perfect, 502 at the stripe at 137. For Alan Moore, 491 at 140. Kerry Gill. Kerry lines up left side alongside Mike Brumfield. Mike Brumfield over on the right. These cars keep making their way around the bend for their time shot here before we go into eliminations. Racing for $20,000 to win later on today. Presented by Jim Heavy Construction Attachments. .452 at 153, 155. 452 at 155 for Kerry Gill. Mike Brumfield, 483 at 143. This is Chris Sullivan coming up now. Sullivan left alongside Kara Jo Frank. Kara Jo moving back here, easing her way back behind the starting line. Slowly backs up, stops in the pre-stage beam, getting set to move forward. Both cars staged and ready, and away they go. Chris Sullivan, 472 at 147. Kara Jo, 496 at 137. Like a single lap coming up here for the Mopar on the right. That's Richie Allen. Mopar hustles down to a 537 at 125 for Richie Allen. Next up out of the water box, left side, that's Chris Bear. Right side, Chris Kozlik. Bear, the Bear Motorsports dragster. Kozlik, the little Chevy 2 on the right. Kozlik pulls the wheels in the air as he leaves the starting line. 586 at 116 for Kozlik. Trip zip at the start. Perfect reaction time. Chris Bear, 473 at 140, 5. Johnny Brannon and McKenna Brown will give it a go here. McKenna, part of that Jegs.com team. Johnny Brannon left side. Brannon, good-looking 001 light, leaving the starting line at a 5:23 at 1:26 for Johnny Brannon. McKenna Brown, 4:62 at 151 miles an hour for the yellow and black. Speaking of, it's John Brannon left side and Mike Coughlin on the right. Mike, the man in charge over there at the Jegs operation. Brannon left. John Brannon, 4:62 at 1:49. Mike Coughlin, 4:94 at 140 miles an hour. Dave Edwards and Kyle Bino. Edwards going to do a little course correction there, get lined up in the tracks over here on the left side. Right side. Kyle Bino likes his spot. He'll move over. Both of them leave the starting line a little bit early. That's okay. Just a time run. Kyle Bino, 4:86 at 1:41, getting there first. Dave Edwards, 4:91 at 1:40. So he'll get himself set up for round number 1 a little bit later on, as these two will as well. It's Scotty Taylor and Aaron Vale. Taylor the dragster, Vale in the Firebird. I believe that's a Firebird based on the tail lights. Wheels up there for Aaron Vale, 671 at 99 miles an hour for Vale. Scotty Taylor, 4:53 at 1:53 on his time run. Eddie Jerusik, alongside Randy Shire. Jerusik left side, Shire right. Shire looking good at the starting line, 4:73 at the finish at 1:46. Ed Jerusik, 4:72 at 1:49. Adam Beauchamp and Bill Swain, your next pairing. Beauchamp over here, Summit side of the track, left side. Bill Swain, right side in the Schaefer's lane. Attention on the grounds. Hey, lady racers, if you would like to get into the Psycho B Racing ladies race to be held later on tonight, please head over to the Ace Ohio Events registration trailer. Get yourself signed up. Again, the ladies race tonight, put on by Psycho B Racing, Krista Schneider's operation. That will be happening later on tonight. If you'd like to be a part of it, ladies, head over to the Ace Ohio Events registration trailer and get yourself signed up. Adam Beauchamp being pushed off there. Bill Swain took a green light but did not move. So looks like we're going to do a little resetting here, see what we can get figured out. Bill Swain on the single 464 at 149. Hey, if you're looking for a great meal tonight, it'll be coming at you. Chef Dave Elrod is on the property, and those meatballs are cooking. That'll be later on today. Rob's Automotive Collision and Towing Racing Family Appreciation Dinner tonight, beginning at 6 p.m. Free to everybody, free to all racing families. And if you've not had those meatballs yet, you are in for a treat. As Chef Dave Elrod on the property, getting the food cooked, be ready to serve later on tonight. Aaron Beauchamp gets his problem figured out, 478 at 144. So don't forget, tonight, the Rob's Automotive Collision and Towing Racing Family Appreciation Dinner. Free for all racing families, beginning at 6 o'clock tonight. And the food is cooking and it'll be ready and delicious. Here's Zach Evans and Jeff Krasinski. Evans left side, the high-tech race car dragster. Right side, Jeff Krasinski in his mid-80s Camaro. Dragster gets there first for Zach Evans, 486 at 141. Jeff Krasinski, 568 at 122. Here's Dave Braskett and Jamie McBride getting lined up now. Braskett left side. Looks like, I'm thinking that's an Opel Kadett. I could be wrong, but I think that's what that is. Right side, I know what that is. That's a dragster, if you've never seen one before. Jamie McBride, 462 at 149. Dave Braskett, 555 at 124. Rob Mosier and Shanna Stone coming up now How about a pair of great companies represented here on the starting line right now? Mosier Engineering left side. Rob Mosier, the big man on campus there. Alongside Shanna Stone, the CFO of Vintage Trailers. Hey drivers, you must stay with your cars, and Dan Davies, you in particular, we need you to your car right now. Dan Davies, to your car right now. All drivers, stay with your cars as we are rolling through things as quick as we can. All drivers to your car. Dan Davies, we need you now to report to your race car. Rob Mosier, 460 at 151. Shanna Stone, 446 at 154. Here's Justin Mosier and Kyle Bigley. Bit early, 473 at 146 for Kyle Bigley. Justin Mosier, 464 at 148. This is Chris Stein hustling back now, left side of the track alongside Beth Ann Atkinson. Chris Stein got that centrifugally supercharged machine over there. Pro Charger left side, helping make the power. Attention in the pit area, this is your 5-minute warning. Staging lanes will close in 5 minutes. Staging lanes will close in 5 minutes. 429 at 164 for Chris Stein. Quickest car on the property. Beth Ann Atkinson, 482 at 143. Lane Ledford, Bill Press Jr. They're getting set to go. Again, staging lanes will close in 5 minutes. Also a reminder, if you want to sign up for the Psycho B Racing Ladies Race tonight, head over to the Ace Ohio Events registration trailer and get signed up. Lane Ledford, he goes 470 at 148. Bill Press Jr., 488, 140 miles an hour. Another dragster door slammer time run coming up here. If you like this car on the right, it is for sale. The Camaro, driven by Jamie McBride Jr. That door slammer is available. Dennis Mead alongside. And it looks like we got an errant piece right there at the finish line over on the right side, so our crew will run down there, get that picked up. Again, a reminder on those neck collars, you actually got to put them on for them to be effective. So, got to have your neck collar or neck restraint and your arm restraints on when you cross the ready line to head down track. Attention in the pit area. We need Dustin Rose to the tower, please. Dustin Rose. Dustin Rose, please report to the tower. Once again, Dustin Rose. Dustin Rose to the tower. So McBride's car hooks a little bit to the right. He straightens it out, heads for the finish line. McBride with a 6:18 at 1:10. Dennis Mead, trip zip on the red side, 4:77 at 1:44 for Mead. Scott Sill. He'll get set over here on the left side alongside car 157T. Not in the computer just yet. .465 right side for 157T, 149 for the speed. Scott Sill with a 470 at 145. Now it's time for Tom Welch. Little Bantam altered left side. Jake Meinert over on the right, his dragster. So Tom Welch with his hands full there with a little altered as it wiggles around coming off the starting line. He gathers it up, gets down there to a 5:13 at 134. Jake Meinert 474 at 145. Stephen Miglitz. He'll line up left alongside Tristan somebody on the right. Stephen Miglitz 571 at 120. Tristan Smyer 546, 124. Ryan Pinkelman and Mark Ernest. They'll line up now, left and right. Staging lanes are now closed. Staging lanes are now closed. If you're not there, don't come. Staging lanes are closed. For Mark Ernest, 484 at 143. Good lap for him. Ryan Pinkelman, 523 at 130. Two more coming at you. Phil Hurst, Larry Pope. Hurst in the Monte Carlo, left side. Pope's dragster on the right. Dragster gets there in a hurry, 456 at 152. Bill Hurst comes along behind, 692 at 99 miles an hour. Little S10 over here on the left. That is Mike Bloomfield. Bloomfield alongside Keith Gerlach. Up the little S10 as he heads for the other end. Bloomfield 632 at 106. Keith Gerlach 466, 148. Zach Manuel, 453 at 153. Some trouble there for Mike Bodner. You saw a little electrical fire there in the front of the car. Got the body panels off and got it cleaned up there. So he's off in the safe area, and hopefully he can get that straightened out before first round of elimination. Hunter Patton with a 458 at 150. Honey Wayne, good looking lap there for his car. 458s back to back to back. Mitch Angeli, 492 at 138. Two more in the water box right now. That is Dan Davies and Eric Manuel. Steve Holman, Paul Peterson lineup now. Dennis Rock's last pass, 488 at 140. Ron Stair, 518 at 129. I'll check it out. Steve Holman, 658 at 103. Paul Peterson, 491 at 139. Bob McDonough and Steve Marinchek. McDonough, 001 on the tree, 497 at the finish at 139. Steve Marinchek, 5 flat, 136. Troy Stone, 494 at 139. Adam Trouth, trip zip on the tree. Perfect light, 480 at 144. Rob Kropfeld comes up now alongside Billy Back. To the other end they go. 443 for Billy Back at 158. 483 at 142 for Rob Kropfeld. Stephen Schmidt and Christy Back come up now. Back-to-back backs over on the right side. .444 at 157 for Christy Back. Stephen Schmidt, 463 at 149. Zach Schlump, 646 at 104. Mike Illig, 479 at 144. Megan Bonet, Michael Nowitzki coming up next. Megan having a little trouble earlier. It looks like she's got it sorted out. Mike Nowitzki over on the right. Megan with a 445 at 157. Mike Nowitzki, 484, 142. Gary Fleener, Shane Blackburn come up now. Pair of 002 lights left and right. Gary Fleener, 463 at 148. Shane Blackburn, 472 at 145 miles an hour. Adam Albright, 586 at 116. Kurt Voltman goes red on the time pass, 474 at 146. This is Justin Vickers. Going to make the single here in the Nova. Vickers in the door slammer, 676 at 102. Randy Shire. He's backing up over here on the left side. He'll be looking over to his right, and he'll see Ryan Sparks. Sparks, right-hand lane.